Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. It looks like the moment we all been waiting for has finally arrived, guys. Tamika's introduction to the team has finally occurred in this ep, and let me tell you, it's crazy. In the most calming of ways possible, it is pretty, it's something else. So, with that said, guys, I'll let you all see for yourselves. So, if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for the love and support. And here we go.
だが、自己が確立していないものは本当に同じことを繰り返し、全く前進しない。自分のこともまともにできない者に責任を持って他人の面倒を見ることはできないだろう。
Right.
自己が確立できていない者には公の要求に応える責任を負う立場に立つ資格はないんだよ。神宮寺軍曹やいすみ大尉、そして早瀬注意のような立場になることは許されないんだ。だが貴様は自己を確立したんだ。早瀬注意のように感情を押し殺し、存分に悩み苦しめばいい。その苦しみは必ず貴様をさらなる高みへ導くだろう。そこに向かって進めばいい。
But what do I do if I feel like I'm straying down the wrong path?
その時大切なのは自分を理解してくれる人間だよ。
I like how during this whole time we're having this, private conversation, everyone else is gathered around mingling amongst themselves. It shows like, it's small, but again, it's one of those games that have like, it adds to the realism of the environment of the game itself, I like that. So, like a parent or a comrade or a friend.
貴様を理解してさえいれば誰でもいい。付き合いの長さや深さ、年齢性別は一切関係ない。貴様の弱音に耳を傾け、必要な時に苦言を呈し、道を誤れば躊躇なく殴り倒してくれるような人間であれば誰でもいいんだ。
Sort of like First Lieutenant Suzumiya does for Lieutenant Hayase.
そうだな。尊い存在と言うべきか。
If there's anyone in this world who fits that description for me, it's Maya. I was thinking the same thing too. She's always been there to show me the right way forward. But even if I had someone like that, without a basic understanding of myself, it probably wouldn't do me much good.
まあそうだが、早瀬注意だって貴様を認めたんだ。それで十分だろう。
Well, like I said before, I'm gonna try my hardest and let the chips fall where they may.
だったら振りでもいいからもっと堂々としていろ。形から入ることも時には必要だぞ。
So I'm assuming that's how Lieutenant Hayase handles it, right? I get what you're saying, but I also really don't want to start waltzing around like I own the place all of a sudden, I mean, practically everyone in this unit's seen me make a fool of myself more than once, so...
気恥ずかしいのは最初の数日だけだ。そのうち慣れる。
You sure about that?
ああ、そうなればいつの間にかその気になって逆に楽になってくるぞ。
Fake it till you make it, huh? Are you speaking from personal experience here, maybe? First Lieutenant Suzumiya did say Lieutenant Munakata is only pretending to be a weirdo for the sake of the man she loves.
言うようになったじゃないか。
What can I say? I learned from the best.
珍しい組み合わせね。何の悪巧み？
違いますよ。白金が頼もしいことを言ってくれたので感心して聞いていたんです。
Come on, now you're just exaggerating.
へえ、どんなこと？
あいつは背伸びしすぎだから俺がちゃんと見てやらないと壊れちまう。注意の酒癖の悪さを見てそう思ったそうです。
In some ways, she's not wrong.
あ、なんですって？
It's not true. This is just another one of Lieutenant Munakata's... Where the hell did she go?
中田！
Man, it's always the same story with her. Shouldn't have let my guard down just because we had a serious conversation for once.
あれ？ 美月もう行っちゃったんだ。
Yep, she's off chasing Munakata again. Man, seeing Lieutenant Suzumiya and Kazuma at the same time is so soothing. Makes you think there might still be hope for the world after all.
おめでとう白金少尉。あら、ごめんなさい。白金小隊長とお呼びするべきかしら。
Yeah, no, I'd prefer if you didn't.
そう、わかったわ。それにしてもごめんなさいね。あなたの就任を口実にしてしまって。
Hey, don't worry about it. I think everyone needed a little celebration right about now. Besides, I wasn't expecting you guys to throw a party for my promotion to begin with. I'm genuinely flattered.
まあ、そう言ってもらえると私も嬉しいわ。こうやってワイワイやるのは久しぶりだもんね。みんな本当に楽しそうだし、やってよかったと思うよ。鈴宮注意、ありがとうございます。
In the previous timeline, I threw a Christmas party for our squad when our spirits were down, didn't I? I wouldn't be able to do something like that again. I'm not as oblivious as I used to be, and I've got too much else on my mind. But Lieutenant Kazuma is clearly a lot more matured than I am, and she managed to come up with this idea and make it happen despite everything else she has to deal with. That's honestly pretty amazing. Based on what Lieutenant Munakata was saying, I might be able to do something similar again once I've traveled a little further down on my own path of personal growth. I guess that kind of proves that just because I've gotten more mature, it doesn't mean everything I did before was wrong, exactly. With every step forward, your perspective on your past actions changes at least a little. Now I get what she meant, about how people never stop maturing. Wise words indeed.
どうしたの白金少尉。深刻な顔をして。何か考え事？
Oh, I have so much on my mind right now. Oh no, don't mind me. I really need to work on that habit of letting my feelings show. May I got on my case about it once too. It's just that I had my first real heart-to-heart with Lieutenant Munakata earlier. I'm still kind of trying to process what she told me.
なんか入っていきにくいぐらいの雰囲気だったよね。私も早くお祝いを言いたかったのだけれど、あなた方のお話の邪魔をしてしまいそうで遠慮していたのよ。
Oh, sorry about that.
ミサエさんのお話はどうだった？何かの参考になった？
Yeah, I'm glad we talked. I have a lot more I want to ask her now.
そう、それは良かったわね。
According to Lieutenant Hayase, Ayamine and Mikoto have been talking to Lieutenant Munakata about their promise for a while. Now I can see why they matured so quickly. I'm actually kind of jealous. Well, I wouldn't have the chance to speak with her if it weren't for you giving us this opportunity.
そうだとしたら、この機会を持った甲斐はあったわね。こういうきっかけがないと、忙しさを理由にしてしまって、なかなかそういうことできないもんね。
Yeah, no kidding. I really regret that I didn't get to talk to the captain as much as I wanted to, so from now on, I want to talk with everyone whenever I have the chance so that I never have to feel that way again. There's no guarantee that anyone or anything will still be here when tomorrow comes. I know that much should go without saying by now, but for some reason, I keep having to remind myself.
あら、副司令、来てくださったんだわ。
Huh? You guys invited Yuko Sensei too? Tsumika? Oh man, is she about to announce Tamika's assignment? I mean, why else would she have brought her out here?
気をつけ
早瀬、そういうのやめてよ。
すみません、お話が始まるとのことでしたので。
まあいいわ。みんな、ちょっと聞いてちょうだい。A01 中隊の補充要員を紹介するわ。
鏡澄香少尉、ただいまをもって着任します。
白金が私の特殊任務に従事していることはみんなも知ってると思うけど、この子もその一員なの。白金同様、今後も私の任務と兼任だからちょくちょくいなくなるけど気にしないで。って言われても気になってしょうがないと思うから教えるけど。
Wait, Sensei, you're not about to tell them, are you? You can't just...
鏡はね、XG70 の英士として養成されていたのよ。
Dude, is she really about to spill all the beans here?
高21号作戦で投入した無人機があんなことになったでしょ。やっぱり人間が操縦しないとダメだってことになってね。 事前作で要請されていた鏡が次の作戦に投入される改良型を操縦することになったのよ。そうなるとあんたたちとの連携が不可欠だから、今日から訓練に参加させることにしたの。
So that's how she's spinning it. That would explain the odd timing of this, I guess. And it doesn't contradict anything I told them prior to Operation 21st either.
つい最近まで大きな病気を患ってたから、ちょっと体調が安定しないんだけど、操縦の腕は一流よ。まあ人類存亡の危機だから、病人であろうが何であろうが、才能のある人間はこうして駆り出されるってことね。
Okay, I guess that gives her a good alibi for a lot of stuff that might raise suspicions otherwise. Like when she has to disappear for several hours to get her ODL purified, for example.
今更だけど、ヤシロも同じ任務に従事しているから、一緒に行動する機会も多くなってくると思うわ。ヤシロも鏡も舞台での面倒は基本的に白金に見させるけど、あんたたちにもお願いしておくわ。もろもろよろしくね。
はい。
現在 XG70 は24時間体制で組み立て中だから、実機訓練への参加は早くても4日後になるわ。それまではシミュレーター訓練で連携の確認をしておいてちょうだい。
はっ。
データの更新は済んでいるから、明日からでも始められるわ。
了解しました。
以上よ。鏡は残していくから、白がね。あとは頼んだわよ。
Yes, ma'am. So she's in the unit now, huh? Guess that means Yuko Sensei thinks she's stable enough to handle it, but...
あ、そうそう。一つ忘れてたわ。白がね。
Yes?
形ばかりの小隊長就任、おめでとう。
Thank you very much.
それだけよ。じゃあね。
白金、ちょっと来い。
Sure thing. What's up?
通常の入隊歓迎をしたいところなんだけど、鏡の立場は特殊すぎるから必要ないって副司令がおっしゃったのよ。
Well, yeah, I can see why she might say that. After all, the real reason she's here isn't to fight alongside us.
悪いんだけど、一人一人紹介して回ってやってくれない？
Yeah, no problem. I know her better than you do, so it's probably better this way anyhow.
私と宗方はこの会が始まる前に紹介されているから大丈夫よ。
Got it.
じゃあ、あとはよろしく。鏡もいいわね。
はい。
Tamika definitely seems a lot more composed now. That childish innocence she used to have before Operation 21st seems to have all but disappeared. In fact, she's so calm and collected, it almost feels out of character. Alright, let's go. Time for some introductions. This is First Lieutenant Suzumiya Haruka, who's in charge of our unit from the command post and our main blast guard, Second Lieutenant Kazuma Toko.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくね。
よろしく、鏡少尉。
These two are the picture of kindness and virtue. They're practically angels.
善の存在？
Those two you met earlier, they might be strong, but their hearts are full of darkness. If you work with them, your chaos frame will go down, so be on your guard.
カオスフレーム？
Love it. It's an inside joke.
意味はわからないけど、悪意はちゃんと伝わるから、美月や宗方注意に聞かれないようにね。
What? But I didn't even say who I was talking about. Are you mind reader too?
白金少尉がそうやってからかうのはあの二人ぐらいでしょ。
Oh, right.
鏡少尉、わからないことや困ったことがあったら遠慮しないでいつでもいらっしゃいね。
白金少尉が面倒を見るって言っても、女の子同士じゃないと相談できないこともあるからね。はい、ありがとうございます。
Wow, this is awesome. She's having a totally normal conversation. Does this mean she's fully stabilized now? Nope. I can guarantee you that's not the case. I'm sure you guys will have a lot to talk about, so thanks in advance.
お互い頑張りましょう。
Alright, next up, let's introduce you to everyone from my graduating class. Oh, I wonder how she's gonna feel once we introduce her to Maya. I'm nervous about this part, honestly. Tamika went crazy when she saw that image of me and Maya. God knows what might happen when they meet face to face. I mean, I'm sure Sensei wouldn't have brought her out here if there was any real danger, but still. This is Second Lieutenant Suzumiya Akane. She's the same age as us, but got promoted a little bit before we did. She's First Lieutenant Suzumiya's younger sister.
よろしくお願いします。よろしく。半年も違わないんだから、専任とか気にしないで。
This girl's a real firecracker, but she's pretty sweet once you get to know her. Just don't get on her bad side.
うるさいな。そんなことないから信じちゃダメだよ。
Yeah. Moving on.
ほら。
And this is Second Lieutenant Yoroi Mikoto.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくね。
Her brain works on its own wavelength, so I wouldn't bother trying to comprehend her. Save yourself the headache.
ひどいな。
I'm loving these introductions. Huh? That's not the kind of reaction I expect from her. Mikoto's not the type to climb up around new people. I'm kidding. She's a little eccentric, yeah, but she's also incredibly kind and supportive. She even saved my life once. When I thought I'd been bitten by a venomous snake and almost went into shock, she administered first aid and took care of me without a single word of... Uh-oh. It happened again. I got another one of those weird visions. What the hell, dude? That last one looked like it was after I got commissioned too. How is that possible? Oh god. Did Tamika see that? I'm pretty sure she didn't. Didn't Yuko-sensei take care of that? Oh, thank goodness. She seems fine. It's like those reading inhibitors Sensei made are working just fine. Okay, next up is Second Lieutenant Tamase Miki. I call her Tama for short.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくね、鏡さん。
Despite that cutesy exterior, this girl's an expert sniper. She's never missed a single shot.
そんな。
Not only does she have amazing skill, she's a real tough cookie with a heart of gold.
大げさですよ、タケルさん。
Hardly, dude. You were brave enough to shoot down HSST falling at supersonic speed from beyond the horizon, and tender enough to nurse those flowers back to life. You deserve plenty of praise, trust me. Even if you did cry over those flowers though, too. Is he just gonna remember every single freaking memory after introducing each girl now? What the hell's going on? I've never had so many of these images flash into my mind in such quick succession. And what the heck was that last one? Was that from my world? It definitely didn't feel like it came from this one. Anyway, all I'm saying is, the girl's got skills. I have no idea what's going on, but hot damn, Sensei couldn't have had better timing with those inhibitors. If she hadn't put a damper into Mika's mind reading, we'd be in serious deep shit here. I better get these introductions over with ASAP. Okay, next up are Second Lieutenant Aimine, Kei, Takaki Chizuru, and Mitsurugi Meiya.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしく。
よろしくお願いします。
三剣名也だ。以後見知りおくがよい。
Aimine is a pro at close quarters combat. I know she seems quiet and antisocial, but she's actually pretty funny once you get to know her.
得意技は寝技。
See? What'd I tell you? Okay, I really hope you're not giving Sumika any ideas. I mean, I'm sure Aimine doesn't know any better, but still. I should probably just change the subject. She's also one of those weird free spirit types. Has some major issues with authority despite being a soldier. That's why she's always fighting with Second Lieutenant Takaki. They've actually got a lot in common, but every time one of them says something, it's like the other has to chime in and disagree.
ちょっと城がね。
Like right now.
一緒にするな。すごく心外。
You see? Right there. You want to talk offensive? Your little feud nearly cost the whole squad to fail last time around. Back when we were in the training academy, I got paired with two of them for our first bet. Okay, so there's one scene, or maybe two scenes I haven't encountered, and that's because I didn't get either of their endings in Unlimited, so there were some new flashes over there that I didn't know about. But then it also coincided with the extra scenes, so that makes sense. I'm getting images of both of them now. Seriously, what is all this? I'm so confused. Actually, never mind. Let's just move on. Something's going on here. This is totally different from before. There's no way these are all just fantasies. Lieutenant Sakaki is super aggressive and tries to act like she's bulletproof, but she's actually got sentimental girly side to her too. What's going on, dude? What's triggering these? Is it because I'm introducing them to her?
やめてよさっきから。そういう紹介の仕方。初対面の人が変な印象を持ったらどうするのよ。
I know, I'm just kidding. She may come off as abrasive, but she has a strong sense of responsibility and cares deeply for all of her friends.
何よ今度は持ち上げちゃって。君が悪いわ。
Nothing happened this time, so I guess it doesn't have anything to do with giving my honest opinions of them. Is the trigger even more specific than that? Okay then, let's try to work off that image from earlier. So that's why she's always butting heads with Ayamine at the worst possible moments and putting me in precarious... I knew it. They come up whenever there's another more concrete memory that seems tangentially related. That's gotta be it. So does that mean I'm getting memories from other worlds the same way everyone in my world was losing theirs? Last up is Maya. We'll just have to see what happens. Second Lieutenant Mitsurugi Maya is an upstanding, honest woman who is just strict with herself as she is with others. I don't think there's a single one of us who deny any of that, or how amazing she is. Okay, something more specific. Should I try to call forth that vision I had before? The last time this happened, I was thinking of Mount Tengen erupting when I saw us in that dark cockpit. Maybe I should talk about that. If you recall the emergency volcano evacuation from a couple months back, it was pretty sympathetic to the citizens who were being forcibly relocated. She gave me a lot of flack when I tried to downplay it. Huh, nothing happened this time. Maybe I should press a little further. If Maya had been on that rescue team, I guarantee she would have disobeyed our orders and risked her life. There it is. To save them. That proves it. These are all my own latent memories. I probably inherited them from alternate versions of myself who lived in all other possible timelines. And they're all coming to me by the same process that made everyone lose theirs. Over in the other world.
どうしたの白がね。ぼーっとしちゃって。
Huh?
紹介が終わったんだったら、もういいでしょ
Mind what?
女の子同士で親睦を深めるんだよ。
Oh. Okay. Sure thing.
じゃあ行こう鏡。お腹空いてない
I really hope she didn't see any of that though.
あ、大丈夫です。同い年なんだから普通に喋ろうよ。ねありがとう。お腹空いてないんだったら何か飲みませんかじゃあ僕取ってきてあげるよ。何がいいだったら一緒に行って PX の利用の仕方を教えてあげましょうよ。
そうだな、調理中だとは思うが京塚総長にも紹介するべきであろう。
そうだね。これから利用することも多くなるだろうし。じゃあ一緒に行こうね、鏡さん。PX はね、本当は売店のことなんだけど、食堂にあるからそれをひっくるめて食堂を PX って呼んでるんだよ。さすがにそこから教える必要はないんじゃないの
I really don't think it's all that strange that I got together with these guys in some of the other possible worlds out there. They're all great people, so I'm not surprised I might have fallen for them in some other life. But in this one, I love Sumika more than anything. I couldn't even imagine being with anyone else. Of that much, I'm positive, now more than ever. But I should still talk to Yuko-sensei about it just in case. So it seems like they get triggered whenever there's some sort of correlation to my existing memories.
あんたの妄想じゃないって確信は得られたわけね。
Yeah, and I'm just throwing this out there, but I think they're memories of things I went through in some parallel universes.
その根拠は
Well, I've actually got a little theory of my own.
へえ、白金流因果律量子論ってわけね。面白いわね。
Okay, so remember how you said this world is supposed to be branching off into various possible timelines, but it's stuck in an infinite loop because of me? And that I keep looping back to October 22nd each time I die because something in this world has turned me into a causality conductor?
それを言ったのはあっちの世界の私ね。もちろん私にも流れ込んできた記憶はあるけど、念のため。
Come on, little stuff like that doesn't really matter right now. But there are plenty of other worlds that exist parallel to this one but aren't closed off, right? Ones in which there are other versions of me. Like how there was another me in the other world when I ran away.
そうね。
I think that the visions I've been having are actually memories from those other worlds that I have leaked over, not just plain old fantasies. And since I lose a huge chunk of my memories whenever I loop back in time or transfer between worlds, doesn't that mean I'm being affected by the causality conductor too? My guess is that by calling forth what memories I do have, I'm opening the door for heavier causality information from other worlds to flow over here and fill in the gaps. In this world, I'm not dating any of them, and obviously, I'm not in any physical relationships with them either. So all that heavier causality information of me being in a physical relationship is trying to overwrite the fact that I'm not in one. But since I can't imagine being with anyone other than Tamika, and I'm the conductor, that causality information can't establish correlation with my other memories, so it just leaves these vivid images instead. And I've just been carrying around these images without even realizing it, just like you said was happening to you. But when I recall something specific that's tangentially related to one of them, like I did back on Sarogashima, the causality conductor is able to establish a correlation, and the images flash into my head. That's my theory anyway. What do you think?
理論にとらわれない大胆な発想だけど、因果と因果情報としての記憶を同列に扱っていることが問題ね。閉じたこの世界だけで因果情報のやり取りが行われる理由も弱いわ。同じ時間がループしているこの世界単独では世界観の主従関係が成立しないはずでしょ。時間がループしている問題と世界が確率分岐する現象は全く別の問題だしね。
Yeah, tell me about it.
気持ちはわかるけど、都合の悪い部分の原因をすべて因果動態に求めるなら、そこまで小難しく考える必要はないでしょ。
She's got a point. My whole theory is basically just an attempt to explain this all away in the simplest way possible. Damn it, and I thought I was onto something too. It seemed like a pretty plausible theory to me.
まあそれでも素人なりによく考えたわよ。記憶の流入、特にイメージの関連付けの部分に関してはいい線いってるんじゃない？
Yeah, but I already knew how that worked with respect to memory loss. All I really did was flip the logic around.
まあ未知の現象に何がしかの理由をつけて安心したいって気持ちは理解できるわ。
Right, that's the big part of why I've been giving it so much thought.
あんたが恐れているのはそのイメージが同一の存在としてループしている白金自身の記憶であることでしょ。別の確率世界の別の自分の記憶であってほしい。そういう願望がある。元の世界だかあっちの世界だか、とにかく鏡住処という存在に対して低血であろうとする意識の過剰反応なのよ。仮に前のこの世界での記憶だったとして、あんたの言っていた妄想と何が違うっていうの？誰もそれを気にしていないし、あんたも私も誰一人としてそれが事実だったってことは証明できないのよ。
How funny would it be if the memories he's having of his previous loops started affecting the others now? Then they started inheriting those same memories, and they started agreeing with his own, what do you call, his own flashes.
今、あんたは鏡のことしか考えてないんでしょ？
Right.
だとしたら、あんた以外誰も気にしていない問題の真相を究明すること自体に何の意味があるのかしら？
But if they are real, wouldn't Tamika be able to tell?
例のリボンの仕掛けは正常に機能してたはずよ。こっちのモニターでも異常は見られなかったしね。
Yeah, you're right. She would have freaked out about it otherwise. And way worse than she did before.
絶対とは言えないまでも効果のある対策が存在するんだから、そこまでこだわるのはある種のナルシズムでしょ？
When you put it that way, I guess you're probably right.
メカニズムが解明できたところで記憶の再現自体を止めることはできないんだし、今対処すべき問題じゃないわ。
Well, they're high priority to me because, let's face it, it can affect my, can affect my actions. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be so preoccupied with this.
あんたの見たイメージが全て事実だったとしても、私だったらこう考えるわ。今回は鏡を選んだからこそ、自分は歴史を変えることに成功したんだ。だから鏡を選んでよかったってね。
That definitely puts a more positive spin on it. Well said, Sensei.
昔別の女と付き合っていたことを浮気だと思われたらどうしようってビクビクしてるのが今のあんたよ。
Okay, I get it already. We don't have to keep talking about it.
そう？じゃあこっちの話していい？来る早々あんたは卑猥な記憶の話に夢中だったからね。
I said I get it already.
あんたがそのイメージを見た後、実際の鏡の様子はどうだった？
Yeah, I was pretty floored, honestly. It's like she's a completely different person from the girl I knew before the
そ
operation.
れで？
She was normal in every way. The way she presented herself, the way she responded to people, it even felt like she was kind of shy and nervous about the whole thing.
榊たちとはどんな様子だった？
Things were pretty awkward between them at first, but that evened out over time. Obviously, they're still not best friends or anything, but for our first meeting, I'd say they did just fine. And hey, I'll settle for fine over total disaster.
じゃあ三剣を見ても特に気になった変化はなかったのね。
Nope. I was pretty worried about you bringing her in so soon, given her a little episode yesterday, but I guess it all turned out okay.
そう。あんたが安心させたおかげね。
But didn't you say it might cause problems to have her powers restricted out of the blue? I mean, wouldn't that feel kind of like going deaf or blind overnight?
昨日あんたが安心させて寝かしつけた後、目覚める前に処置したことが幸いしたわ。
What do you mean?
前兆としては作戦前日ぐらいからあったんだけど、彼女状態が急速に安定に向かっているのよ。
Now that she mentions it, Sumika was acting pretty naturally when she came to the hangar that one time. I guess that's why.
実際昨日目覚めた時には思考力も認識力も今までと比較にならないほど高まっていたわ。私の話を普通に聞いて理解し、そのことについて自分の意見を言えるほどにね。
Huh?
数値で判断する限り人間、つまり脳だけにされる前の鏡住処とほぼ同じになったと言ってもいいくらいよ。
Really?
本当よ。彼女は今自分の状態、立場、どうして00ユニットになったのか全てを理解しているのよ。
And she's not freaking out about that.
例のクリスマスプレゼントの効果かしらね。
So Sumika's basically human now?
そうよ。そして普通の人間にとって人の心が見えないなんて当たり前。むしろその方が自然でしょ。
Yeah, good point.
彼女の人格精神ともに今日は昨日よりもさらに安定している。数値の伸び幅は倍以上よ。これはリーディング制限の効果だと推測できるわ。
What do you mean?
今言ったことよ。リーディング制限でより人間に近い能力になったことで精神的な負荷が軽減されたんじゃないかしらね。彼女自身があのリボンを取りたがらないのはそれが分かってるからじゃないの？
For now. I guess. So it's not just because she considers that ribbon a part of her identity then.
任務は仕方ないとして日常生活では人の心なんて見えない方が精神衛生上好ましいわ。
Yeah, knowing how it affects Kasumi, I definitely agree.
ただし恋心は別。昨日も言ったけど見えてたものが見えなくなるのは不安なものよ。だから今日配属したの。
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
昨日と今日では全ての状況が劇的に変化したのよ。配属の理由も意図ももっと積極的なものに変わっているわ。
What do you mean by proactive?
配属によって鏡の社会性が回復していけば数日以内に正常な人間と全く同じレベルになるはずなのよ。
That is true.
安定だなんだと私たちが大喜びしている今の状態でさえ大したことなかったと思えるぐらいにね。
I feel like this is a foreshadowing to come of how this is not going to happen. Or at least not entirely. Wow, that's amazing, Sumika. You're doing so well. You've been through so much pain and suffering in your life, but you're still doing everything you can to overcome it. I'm seriously in awe. You're so strong, Sumika.
御剣と鏡の個人的な人間関係が構築され、御剣をより深く知っていけば、問題のイメージが非現実であることなんて簡単に理解できるはずよ。
I wouldn't go that far, because we all know Maya has feelings for Takeru, so that might cause some friction, and that might cause some mental destabilization on her part. Oh, now I get it. That makes total sense. It's easy to be wary and paranoid about people you don't know very well, but the more you get to know them, the more you learn to trust them. I understand the better than ever after my time in this world. But wait, she's seen images of her and other selves in my memories, hasn't she? And in the one she got from Kasumi.
そうね。
So wouldn't it make sense for her to have images of Maya and others as well?
ある意味、そのおかげで今は平行を保っているみたいね。元の世界とやらでは、あの二人、よほどいい関係だったよね。
Ah, that's true. I forgot about that. That might help.
私はタケルのことが好きだ。
タケルちゃんのことが好きだよ。
God damn it. No, it won't. No, it won't.
おかしいな。一人で意識してた時よりさっぱりしてるよ。
そうか。私はあまり変わらんな。
それが三剣さんらしいところだと思う。強いんだね。
褒め言葉と受け取っておこう。
I feel like it may not go the same way like this right now.
でもな、三剣さんにも言われちゃったから、やっぱり差は縮まんないのかな。
どういうことだ？
タケルちゃんは私のこと幼なじみとしか見てないから、三剣さんにはかなわないよ。
何を言う？タケルとそなたの間には何も壁がない。私は
ごめんね、三剣さん。私、自分のためにこんな話。いや、
数ヶ月前の私ならば、その言葉の意味は理解できなかったであろう。そして問い詰めようとして、避けられるのだ。
三剣さん？
それが庶民と私たちの差なのだと、呆れ顔で諦められるのだ。私はタケルとの絆を絶対であると信じていた。だからタケルの周りにどんな女子がいようと、そなたが抱きつこうと、そんなものは気にも留めなかった。そなたたちは眼中になかったのだ。いわば空気のようなものだ。ところがそなたたちと暮らし、学園で靴輪を並べ過ごしていくうちに、私はとんでもない間違いを犯していることに気づいたのだ。私の信じていた絶対的な運命など、何の足しにもならない他力本願の甘えに過ぎないことを。
三剣さん。
いつぞや光月教諭にご指摘いただいたときは、恥ずかしながらわからなかったのだが、実体のないものに寄りかかって慢心していたのだ。それに気づかせてくれたのは鏡、そなただ。そなたと私は似た者同士だな。だから今はそなたの気持ちわかるぞ。皮肉なものだ。タケルがいなければそなたと出会うこともなかったであろう。だがタケルのことさえなければ、私とそなたは親友というものになれたのかもしれぬな。
私もそう思う。でもありがとう。
礼を言うのは私の方だ。そなたたちに出会えてよかった。私は三剣の中でも特に恵まれた人間であろうな。
褒めても何も出ないよ。
褒めたわけではないから必要ない。
私、三剣さんに負けないから。
私とて譲るつもりはない。そこで一つ提案があるのだ。何？そなたはもう空気ではない。対等に競い合う者としてそなたを名前で呼びたいのだ。そしてできればそなたにも私を名前で呼んでほしい。嫌か？
わかった。
そうか。そなたに感謝を。
どっちが勝っても恨みっこなしだよ。ねえ、いや、
さんは余計だ、スミカ。しかしそなたは自信家だな。二人とも受け入れられぬ場合を考慮しておらん。
そういえばそうだね。
She's right. After the sports festival, we went to the hot springs and they opened up to each other. Interesting. I guess that would explain it, yeah.
思い当たる節があるみたいね。
I kinda did actually. I just had a sudden flashback of something that happened back in my world. Something I'd totally forgotten about until just now. If that memory was from my world, that has to mean it's one of my own, right?
へえ、最近多いわね、そういうの。
The two of them were rivals for my attention, but they were on very friendly terms and tried to compete on a totally level playing field.
抜け駆けや足の引っ張り合いをするような陰湿な争いではないのね。
Yeah, but the way I'm seeing it is just because it happened in that particular scenario doesn't mean it's gonna end up the same way here. I'm worried she might actually kill Maya. No, I think they both fought pretty fair, though it doesn't feel right for me to judge really.
なるほどね。墜落事故より後に論理的な思考が回復して、そういう関係の印象で自制できるようになってきたってことか。
Possibly.
あとはこの世界の本人たちとの関係ができて、あんたが鏡のそばにいれば何の問題もなくなりそうね。
Well, Maya may have been pretty taken with me back in my world for whatever reason, but she doesn't seem all that interested in me here, so it shouldn't be a problem. You incredible dumbass.
やけに鮮明じゃない、その辺の記憶。
Actually, I only remembered it just now, but the memory was so vivid that I could recall the conversation perfectly, almost like I was really there. We all went on a trip to these hot springs, you see.
なんだ、残念。
What is?
あんたのいやらしいイメージのフラッシュバックと何か関連があると思ったけど、完全に別物ね。
How so?
片やイメージのみ、片や空気感や会話まで克明に思い出した。これを同列に考える方がおかしいわ。
Yeah, I guess you're right. For some reason, I'm fairly confident that the last one was my own memory. If those other images worked the same way, I would have been able to remember the conversations and feelings we had at that time. Which means those images are actually pretty distinguishable from memories of my own experiences. But if that's the case, then how different are Sumika's inherent memories from the ones she's been receiving from others? Yeah, I got a question actually.
何かしら。
If Sumika's inherited memories from all these parallel universes, then which Sumika is she really?
意外だわ。あんたがそれを気にするなんて思わなかった。
I'm not. Whatever the answer is, it's not going to change anything. I just want to know the best way to approach her from here on out.
なるほどね。失礼しました。正直に言うと、誰でもないわ。別の言い方をすれば全員よ。
I was pretty much thinking the same thing. She's an amalgamation of everything because all those memories are in her now from many of the different, what do you call it, divergent parallel universes. Every version, so like all of her memories are melded together, or is it more of a multiple personality thing?
本人に聞いてみたんだけど、よくわからないって。でもおそらく統合とか連合っていう言い方がニュアンス的にはしっくりくるんじゃない？
What does that mean exactly?
すべての世界に共通する彼女の基本人格が個別世界の記憶や人格差の情報を統括管理して全体的な鏡住処を形作っているイメージよ。
Huh?
今まで彼女がおかしかった理由は個別世界の記憶を統括管理する基本人格が形成されていなかったからってことになるわね。
I see. So that's how her attitude changed so suddenly. But that basically works the same as having multiple personalities, doesn't it? Isn't that hard on her?
人間ならね。でも彼女は00ユニット。その手のタスク管理やデータ制御はお手の物よ。
Huh, that is true. But her mind and personality are still human, right? That's the whole point of the 00 unit, isn't it?
確かにね。でも00ユニットの人間性や人格とその機能や能力は別の話よ。小難しい話になるから簡単に言うけど、彼女の精神や人格は再現されたものであって本物の人間のものではないわ。
Yeah, I get that. I know that.
彼女の量子電動脳が00ユニットが存在する全ての可能性の世界につながっているって話したわよね。
Yes.
彼女はそんなこと認識していないのよ。あんただって自分の脳がどういうメカニズムで機能しているか認識したことないでしょ。
Right.
あんたの心配している部分は多重人格なんて大げさなものじゃないわ。人間に例えれば邪魔なやつを殺したい、そんなことしたらかわいそうだって思いが同時に存在する程度のことよ。例えは極端だけど異質な思考が混在するのはそんなに特別なことじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, I guess it is.
あんただって複数以上の世界の記憶を持っているけど、白金健という人格のもとうまくやってるじゃない。
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
わかった？
I kinda wish you'd started with that last example first. It was the easiest to understand.
ごめんなさいね。こういうの慣れてないから。
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. Blah blah blah.
今や彼女は人類にとって自分がいかに重要な存在であるかも任務の重要性も全て理解している。
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
それに加えて私にいろいろなことを話してくれるようになったわ。心を開いているかどうかはともかくね。
Huh? She has?
別の世界の私の印象が相当良かったのか、この世界に放り出されたあんたと同じで私しか頼れないからなのか。
I can understand that much. You can't let your guard down on Yuko Sensei, but she's definitely someone you can rely on.
高難両面での情報で判断する限り、今の彼女はあんたが心配するほどのことではなさそうよ。
Alright, well that makes me feel a lot better. Both about the vision I had of Maya and about Tamika's feelings. So basically I should be able to treat her like any other person now.
安心？ここからが本当の男の仕事なんだけど。
What are you talking about? Wasn't this whole process?
鏡が限りなく人間に近づいたってことは、これ以降上手に女を扱うスキルが要求されるんだけどね。
Oh, he is so screwed. I'll be fine.
本当かしら。やっちゃいなさいって言われたぐらいで取り乱す程度の純情くんじゃ心もとないんだけど。これは個人的な恋愛ごっこじゃないのよ。人類の命運がかかった任務なのよ。分かってるんでしょうね。
I can see why you're worried, Sensei. But you can count on me. I know I can do it.
その根拠は？
Well, it's true I'm not really that experienced when it comes to women. You're right about that. I don't have any idea how to make a girl happy or what kinds of dates they might enjoy. And when it comes to how their brains work, I'm so dense it's not even funny. Well, at least you acknowledge that. Heck, you told me so yourself over in the other world. But you don't have to worry. If it's Sumika we're talking about, I know I'll be okay. I don't need to understand what makes women tick. Well, okay. All that matters is that I understand her. I swear I'll never hurt her or make her cry ever again. If there's one thing I'm 100% confident about, it's that. I promise I'll...
ここまで言っておいてなんだけど、相手は人間ではないのよ。まして、あんたが愛した元の世界の鏡住処ではないのよ。それでも大丈夫なのね。
Of course I am. Because Sumika is Sumika. I mean, she's still Sumika at heart. What else could possibly matter? Besides, it doesn't matter to me which Sumika she is on the inside. After everything that I've been through, all the mistakes I made and the pain I've suffered, I'm incredibly grateful just to have her here with me at all. It doesn't matter if I don't know how to treat a lady or whatever. All I gotta do is exactly what she's always did for me. This time it's my turn to go all out and make sure she knows exactly how I feel.
ご立派。
Please don't make fun of me after all that.
いいえ、本音よ。まあ何にせよ、これで安心して任せることができるわ。
Why do I have the sneaking suspicion that you've got some weird ulterior motive here?
今さら何よ。そんな当たり前のこと怖がってたら、私とやっていけないわよ。
Good point.
そろそろ鏡のところに行きなさい。多分、待ちくたびれている頃だと思うわ。
Oh, you're right. I bet she is.
これ以上引き止めて、あんたとの関係を鏡に疑われるのも避けたいしね。
Okay, there's no way that's gonna happen. Besides, you're not even into younger men.
わからないわよ。酔った勢いでどうかなるってこともあるからね。
Oh, I don't think so. After all, you were drunk out of your skull the night Alternative 5 was enacted last time, and we never. What? No way, dude. Not her. That's not possible.
ぐでんぐでんに酔った私が、どうし、
You never laid a finger on me.
さすが私ね。
Okay, I can see how I might go for Mei and the others, but how the hell would I have wound up with Yuko Sensei?
何ぼーっとしてんのよ。早く言ってあげなさい。
Yeah, I should.
ありったけの思いをぶつけてらっしゃい。
Don't use my own words against me.
頑張ってね。
Oh boy, that was fun. What the hell? This doesn't make any sense anymore. Again, I can definitely see how I could end up in a relationship with Maya, our class rep, or one of the others. That much isn't out of the realm of possibility. But Yuko-sensei, there's not a single reason I can see for the two of us to get together. There's no way Sensei would do something like that with me. I'm younger than her, and she's constantly making fun of me and treating me like a little kid. In that sense, I can at least rule out the possibility that it's a memory from one of my previous loops here, right? And it was totally different from the flashback I had about the hot springs earlier, so it couldn't have been from my world either. That one had to have been just a weird fantasy, or at most, a memory I inherited from some parallel universe version of me. No, let's just forget about it. Like Sensei just told me, there's no point in ruminating over this stuff. Even if I find out there were other visions, where the visions were coming from, it's not going to change a thing. Sumika's mind and thought process are stabilizing quicker and quicker by the day, and she's completely aware of her own situation now. If she can become friends with Mei and the others within the next 2 weeks, we shouldn't have anything to worry about in the upcoming operation. And if all goes according to plan, we'll be eliminating yet another huge threat to humanity. For now, though, I just need to focus on me and Sumika. Well, let's hope it all goes that smoothly, too. So, she's got her own room on this floor now, huh? I guess it's only natural given that she's a member of the unit now, but considering how unstable she was only a few days ago, it does feel a bit surreal. Still, it's a little much that Sensei put her room right next to mine. I guess it's my own fault for telling her Sumika was my next door neighbor, though. I know she wants everyone to figure out that Sumika and I are in a relationship, but it feels way too blatant. My closest neighbor in the unit used to be Maya, and she was 3 doors down. Well, maybe blatant is the way to go here, I guess. Aw man, I'm actually getting all tense. I'm feeling just as nervous as I did when I saw Sumika in the other world during this transfer experiments. I know I was just talking to her earlier today, but she ended up staying behind the PX to talk to everyone while I went to visit Sensei. So I haven't really had the chance to talk with Sumika one-on-one since she became normal, so to speak. For some reason, it feels like I'm seeing her for the first time in a long while. Probably because I basically had to treat her like a little kid up until now. Alright. I can't just stand here. Let's do this thing. Wait. Why am I giving myself a pep talk over this? I'm getting all self-conscious now. It's probably because of Yuko since it kept pressuring me to take our relationship to the next level. Just act natural. You can do this. That's it. That sounded exactly like Sumika. Oh my god, this is incredible. Sumika.
たけるちゃん。
So hey, I was hoping we could talk for a bit. Is that cool?
こんばんは。
Oh, hey Kasumi. Didn't know you were here. What have you guys been up to?
あやとりの練習です。
I wonder if they're gonna start having sleepovers up here. I'm guessing she's mainly here to keep an eye on Sumika. Aw, that's great. I'm glad you guys are still keeping up with that.
はい、
Where you going, Kasumi?
私散歩します。
Huh? What's up with her? Why is she suddenly being all considerate now? Besides, I don't think she's ever just gotten out on the show before.
いいんだよ、かすみちゃん。すぐ終わるから。
Yeah, we don't mind if you're here. The three of us have always been together, right?
でも、いいのいいの。ほら、お部屋入ってね。お願い、かすみちゃん。ね。
Does the idea of being apart from Kasumi really bother you that much? Well, I guess it makes sense since they've always been together.
たけるちゃん。
ん？
私、今日、いろんな人と話したんで、ちょっと疲れちゃって。
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
だから、今日はもう眠たいんだ。
Okay, no worries. She must have been pretty nervous having to meet so many new people all at once, so I'm not surprised it wore out. I'm sure they didn't ask any overly personal questions since they know she's involved in a special mission, but it still must have been hard to keep up with those guys. I'm guessing it put quite a bit of strain on her quantum-conducted brain, meaning her ODL's probably degrade a fair bit too. Simulated sleep helps maintain the illusion of humanity, and since they said her circulatory system helps purify her ODL a little while she sleeps. So if she's feeling tired, I really shouldn't stick around. Well, I guess we'll just have to talk tomorrow then.
でも、
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Sorry I interrupted your game.
いえ、私は。ごめんね。
Hey, no sweat. Have a nice night, you two.
おやすみ。おやすみなさい。
Holy shit, dude. That was actually her. The real Sumika in the flesh. God, this is so insane. It felt just like I was talking to her back in my world. I did think she was being a little overly polite when I introduced her to the others earlier, but just now, sure, she seemed a little tired, but that was definitely the Sumika I know. Man, oh man. Compared to how she was doing 2 days ago, it's like a total revelation. If this is the kind of improvement we can expect going forward, then maybe she really will be completely stable within the next few days. Hell yeah, baby. I can hardly wait. Oh boy. This may not end well.
今日のシミュレーター訓練は初めてのスサノートの連携パターンだったわけだけど、初めての連携で背部突入20回中11回の破壊と7回の制圧は驚異的とも言える数字よ。特に最後の3回 S 難度の実戦モードを全て制圧で終わらせたことはもはや神業だわ。正直嬉しくて漏らしそうになったぐらいよ。
Same here, honestly. I think we're all pretty giddy about that.
みんなよくやったわ。あんたたちは最高のエースよ。
Thank you, Anne. They really did do an awesome job. Everyone seems to be brimming with confidence now. Now we got definitive intel on each and every hive, and we know how they're building us another Susanoo. Our team's morale... Wow, can't read. Now that we got definitive intel on each and every hive, and we know they're building us another Susanoo, our team morale is at an all-time high. And after getting results like that, well, I think anyone would get a little cocky.
懸案だった B 小隊の配置問題は白金のワントップを当面の基本フォーメーションとする。この数字が出た以上誰も文句ないでしょ。昨日も言ったけど、あとは成功率 100% を当たり前にするだけよ。いいわね。
Yes, ma'am.
伝達です。明日の11時に部隊に機体が引き渡され、13時より稼働可能となります。
So they finished the overhaul, huh? Then I guess we'll finally be piloting TSS with live S11s. Gotta admit, I'm a little nervous about it.
聞いての通りよ。全員13時からハンガーに入って各種調整。15時から第2演習場で実機演習よ。
Yes, ma'am.
明日以降は基本的に午前シミュレーター訓練、午後は実機演習とするわ。鏡はスサノオが組み上がるまでデータリンクで演習に参加。いいわね。
はい。
Huh? I didn't know Tamika's simulator could do that. The interior of it looks pretty much identical to ours, so it's weird to think you would have all sorts of unique little... Oh, wait. She doesn't need to use the physical controls at all, duh. The cockpit's probably just for show, isn't it? That makes a lot more sense. Sure, everyone knows the Susanoo is different from traditional TSFs, but it raises a few eyebrows if she didn't at least have basic control sticks in there. That must be why they designed it to look just like ours.
100% になったら作戦前に1日休暇が取れるように申請してあげる。以上よ。
解散。
すごいわね、鏡。とても初めて直縁機部隊と連携したなんて思えないわ。